Nigga. Motherfucker wanna fucking pop me. Oh shit! You gonna take the pole? You gonna take the pole off the door? You stay, motherfucker. What are you mad at her for? What's the code? Ain't shit. Why the code ain't working? Why the fucking code ain't working?
Todd, look at this. Watch this.
Why the code ain't working?
Watch this. Todd,
Why the code ain't working?
please calm down.
Why the fucking code ain't working? Ain't no code fucking working. She changed the motherfucker. She changed it.
Okay, I'm here to tell the story of Michelle and Todd to clear the false narratives. He did not give her HIV. He was not cheating on her at the time of the murder-suicide. In fact, they haven't even been together in over a year. Yeah, Michelle came from nothing. She built herself up as a veteran, as a successful business owner, her knowledge, the things that she knew in order to get money to take care of her kids as a single mother. When she met Todd, Todd was living downtown Dallas under a CPN number. He did not know how to do credit repair. She taught him how to do that, and they built this business, Credit Champs, together. Whenever they broke up, because I see he's been sending his clients the video when she pulled the gun on him. She wanted him out of her house, and he would not leave. There's an active restraining order right now against him. Terroristic threat against her and her son. He threatened to kill them both. Okay? Todd reversed all of Michelle's mortgage payments up to I think 18 months, probably more. To the point she was about to lose her home. How he did this is because they have a joint bank account. He removed her off of the bank. I don't even know how he could have even did this, but he removed her name off the bank account. She had no access. He created a new email for everything to go to, not the email that they had. Michelle went to Vegas one weekend, and she came back, and all her money was gone. Now, could you imagine having $250,000 or even $500,000 in your bank account, and now it's zero? You can't pay your mortgage. You can't take care of your kids. He's threatening you. He's not giving you nothing for your kid. Okay? Michelle had several cases against this man. Okay? Me, as well, had a lawsuit that I just won and got paid off a day before the murder-suicide. Michelle was suing him for a lot. He was taunting her by still promoting this company, still making money off this company that they built, not giving her access to any of the money. He also wrapped a Cybertruck, was riding past her house. She could see it on her Ring camera. He was taunting her. She was so full of debt. She was about to lose her home. The air went out in her Tesla. It was just a lot of stuff going on, and she had $0 to deal with her situation. She reached out to family. She reached out to people to help her. And only a handful of us helped her. Okay? So with all this stuff that y'all got going on about he gave her HIV and she was cheating and it's more dick out there, it had nothing to do with that. That man stole her whole life. And he flaunted it in her face. Todd also took her $10,000 settlement payment that she got from the military. When he got access to her phone, he drained her personal account, locked her out of her business accounts, wouldn't help her with her son. So all of this stuff, I just want to clear the false narrative. He is not who you think he was. And I'm not justifying anything that she done, but I understand. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, because I really don't care, honestly. I'm going to feel the way I feel, and you're going to feel the way you feel.
Friday, July 11th, 2025. Arlington, Texas, just after 10 o'clock in the morning. The sun is already beating down on South Cooper Street like it does every summer in North Texas. Inside the Salon and Spa Galleria, the day is just getting started. Stylists setting up stations, clients checking their phones, the low hum of conversation, the buzz of clippers, an ordinary Friday morning. William Todd Austin, 37 years old, is in the barber's chair. Same chair he sat in for 12 years. Same barber. Same small talk. Just another haircut. Just another Friday. Within that same morning, William Todd Austin was dead, and the woman who shot him was fighting for her own life in a hospital across town. Two people, both 37, both parents to the same child, gone within hours of each other. This is the exhibit files, and this is the full story of William Todd Austin and Timone Michelle Williams, a story about credit, power, business, betrayal, and the violence that erupts when people feel they have nothing left to lose. If you followed William Todd Austin on social media, you thought you knew him. You saw the Miami trips, you saw the yacht photos, you saw the Cybertruck rolling through Dallas-Fort Worth with the Credit Champs logo bold on the side. You saw the jewelry, the clothes, the lifestyle that made people stop mid-scroll and think, I need to get my credit together like this man. William was born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri. He graduated from Westport High School, eventually made his way to North Texas, and built what looked like a self-made empire from the ground up. At 37, he was the face of Credit Champs, a credit repair company that was, by all accounts, delivering real results. This wasn't just smoke and mirrors. A woman credited him with helping her qualify for an American Express Business Platinum card, one of the hardest business cards to obtain in the country. Another client's report showed 51 items removed from their credit report, with score increases of 154 points on Equifax and 235 points on TransUnion. These are life-changing numbers. These are the kinds of results people post about because they can't believe it actually worked. William wasn't just selling credit repair. He was selling access. He was selling the version of America where your past doesn't have to follow you forever. And people believed him. They trusted him. In Dallas-Fort Worth, he became a recognized figure, a mentor, a man people wanted to learn from. He was the truth. His mentorship is literally going to get you to where you need to go. Client testimonial. But here's the question nobody seemed to ask publicly. Where did all of this knowledge come from? How does a man from Kansas City become a credit repair expert overnight? Who taught him the fundamentals? Who showed him the blueprint? Because if you ask that question honestly, you have to talk about Timone Michelle Williams, and talking about her makes the story a lot more complicated. Timone Michelle Williams, 37 years old, a mother, a veteran, a woman who, according to people who knew her, understood credit, business structure, and financial strategy long before the name Credit Champs existed. The media, when it covered this story, barely paused to ask who she was. Relationships end, people move on. That's life. But the allegations in this case go far beyond a breakup. If what the community says is true, what happened between William and Timone wasn't just a romance that fell apart. It was allegedly a systematic dismantling of everything she had built. According to multiple accounts, here is what people claimed happened. William and Timone co-founded or built the credit repair business together. She trained him. They shared financial accounts. At some point, allegedly, William locked her out of those accounts, a joint account allegedly drained of nearly $100,000. She was allegedly left facing eviction. She allegedly went to court to fight for what she said was hers, and by multiple accounts, the judge ruled against her. The business stayed with him. He lied and said the entire business was his. The judge ruled in his favor. He took the business and the money and left her and their child with nothing. Social media account, alleged family member. Now imagine that. You allegedly built something. You allegedly taught someone everything they know. You allegedly shared your home, your accounts, your knowledge, your future. And then, one by one, every door closes. The bank account? Gone. The business? His. The court ruled against you. And while you are allegedly facing eviction, allegedly trying to figure out how to provide for your child, the man who allegedly took everything is posting from a yacht in Miami. That is not just heartbreak, that is a specific kind of devastation. It has a name. It is financial abuse. And unlike physical abuse, it leaves no visible bruises. It leaves people trapped, helpless, and often without any legal recourse because the law is. By the summer of 2025, the relationship between William and Timon had been over for more than a year. He had moved on. He was seeing someone new. He had his business, his clients, his brand. He was planning his future. Timon, if the allegations are accurate, was still living in the wreckage of a battle she had lost, allegedly with no money, allegedly facing eviction, allegedly watching the person she claimed she built with celebrate a life she says she helped create. We don't know exactly what the final straw was. We don't know what happened in the days or hours leading up to July 11th. What we know is that on a clear Friday morning, Timon Michelle Williams made a decision from which there was no return. She knew his schedule. She knew his routines. She knew he would be at the salon in Spa Galleria that morning, sitting in the same barber's chair he had sat in for 12 years. She walked in past other vendors, past clients, past the ordinary business of a Friday morning. She found him at the back of the building, seated in Dax's suite, mid-haircut. Dax has been cutting hair in Arlington for years. William Austin was one of his clients for 12 of them. When he went back into his suite days after the incident, expecting to salvage some of his equipment, he found blood on the things he picked up. He said he didn't want any of it. The tools, the chair, the space, all of it was now attached to something he could never unsee. Community members who didn't even know him started fundraisers for him because they understood what it means to watch a man you've known for over a decade die in your chair. I'd pick up something and see blood on it and freak out. I don't want none of it now. Dax the barber. The community divide. The community response was immediate, intense, and divided. Some people mourned William as a successful black businessman whose life was stolen. They pointed to his clients, his results, his legacy of helping people access financial opportunities they never thought they could reach. Their grief was real. Their anger at Timon was real. Others, in equal number, told a different story. They called him a scammer. They said he had exploited Timon. They said the credit repair community knew things that the news wasn't reporting. They said he was not the man the headlines portrayed. Both groups were loud, and neither could be fully dismissed, because here is the uncomfortable truth about this case. Both things can be simultaneously accurate. William may have helped hundreds of clients and also allegedly exploited the woman who helped him learn how to do it. Timon may have been a genuine victim of financial abuse and also made a choice that was irreversible, inexcusable, and catastrophic. Someone can be a victim in one chapter and the villain in the next. The story of William and Timon is both chapters at the same time. The Arlington Police Statement. The Arlington Police Department classified the incident as a murder-suicide stemming from a domestic dispute. They confirmed that William and Timon had a prior romantic relationship and shared a child. That was the full extent of what was publicly confirmed. No statements about financial. This case is a warning about financial abuse. Not the kind of abuse that shows up in emergency rooms or police reports, but the kind that happens in spreadsheets and court filings. The kind where someone uses business structures, shared accounts, and legal mechanisms to dismantle another person's life one document at a time. Financial abuse is one of the primary reasons victims of domestic abuse stay in or return to dangerous relationships. It is also one of the primary reasons they eventually explode out of them. When someone takes your economic foundation, your income, your savings, your business, your home, they take your ability to rebuild. They take your options, and when options disappear, people do desperate things. If you are in a relationship where your partner controls all financial access, where you cannot see bank statements, where your name has been removed from accounts or business filings without your knowledge, that is not a power imbalance. That is abuse. Get documentation, consult a lawyer, find your exit before your exit finds you. William Todd Austin's Instagram life and his real life may have been very different things, and that gap is not unique to him. We live in an era where the performance of success has become as important as success itself, where a man can be facing allegations of financial exploitation while simultaneously posting from a Miami yacht, where followers see the lifestyle and assume the character. The Credit Champs brand was real, the results were real, the clients were real, but the man behind the brand was also allegedly entangled in a deeply destructive personal situation that the brand never acknowledged. That is the danger of curated identity. The audience sees what you choose to show them. Everything else stays behind the curtain. William Todd Austin was 37 years old. He was a credit repair entrepreneur. He was a father. He had clients who genuinely credit him with changing their financial lives. Whatever his personal failings may have been, whatever the truth behind the allegations, those clients were real. Their gratitude was real. Part of his legacy will always be that. Timone Michelle Williams was also 37 years old. She was a veteran, a mother, a woman who, by all accounts from those who knew her, understood business and credit long before the headlines ever mentioned her name. She made a choice on July 11th that was irreversible and devastating, but she was also, by the account of many who watched the situation unfold, a woman who had been brought to the edge of something she couldn't climb back from alone. Two people, 37 years old each, both parents to the same child, both gone. The truth of this story may never be fully known. The only two people who know exactly what was said, what was done, and what was taken are buried. What remains is a child, two grieving families, a traumatized barber, a salon full of witnesses still processing what they saw, and a community still arguing about who the real villain was. This is the Exhibit Files. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a respectful comment below. And if you know who is caring for their son right now, check on that child. Make sure he has support. Make sure he knows he is not forgotten.